Greetings, sisters. I hope that you are standing in your light and your divinity. And if not, I hope that you are in journey to it. My name is Anat, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, The Essence of a Woman Talk. Today, we're going to be talking about women supporting women. And this card is from a deck of the Lantern Oracle. And it's a deck that shines light in the directions of each phases of our life as a woman and shines light onto the shadow uh, places in our within ourselves. And this lantern oracles, lantern is a symbol of light, of guidance, and also when you see them in tarot cards, they're also the symbol of inner wisdom, inner knowing. And I had lantern symbols everywhere. I have them hanging on my from my walls. I got them some hanging right closer to the ceiling. I have another one right here that is camouflaging with the painting. And then they're spread around on the floor and around the room. And it's a reminder of to be aware of the light that I have within myself and to use it to shine light through the dark aspects of the shadowy aspects, through the nooks and crannies within me. We are very deep. We are universe. So it's a lot of depth in us. So some places they hold on to some shadows and things that we need to kind of shine light into. So it's very important to to have a sister circle, to have a support group. And yes, I know some sisters are going to have reasons of why it is difficult to build with sisters. I know even from my late, after 40 years old, to be able to understand and to have an awareness of what a real sister group is and what sister healing is. It's challenging, especially when we have so many mirages and illusions out there, and people are walking with their own need of healing and their own journey of self-discovery and stuff. And then when we meet up in journeys and stuff, they may cause an effect. And whatever journey we are in and whatever aspects we are in our life, sisterhood can be one of those structures that can heal. And with this deck here, it speaks of the different phases. In a lot of my videos, you're going to hear a lot of the triple goddess and the phases of our life. And but this one also speaks of the guidance part of us as well. And the midden is the first one, which is fluidity, is water. And it goes on to the elder. And I'm going to break down those four phases before I read the card to this book. Also, this deck, I'm going to also use it to do pick a card reading for 40 days and to see how the cards repeat itself. And maybe the sister can use that as a tool to kind of reflect and see which parts and aspects of within themselves that might need some tender love and care within, and some, some attention, some awareness. And so let's start with the four phases. The first one is the midden, fluidity, the water. It is childhood to the teen ages, and it's openness, vitality, vulnerability. The second is mother. That is the young adulthood phase, and that is full of passion and learning and choices through trials and error, and creativity, betrayal, disillusionment, and being broken open. This is a time that through what has happened in the midden phase, a lot of traumas, a lot of experience where we experience these things in these young ages of our life, that goes deep in our subconsciousness. We're not even aware that the actions that we do now in this present time, it is from those things that is deep within us, and we're not really fully aware that we have it in our spirit, we have it in our soul. Of course, the soul is indestructible, but it could be um, touched by um, these things that needs to be cleared, that needs to be polished over, and to have some kind of acknowledgement, so we're able to do something about it. So in the mother phase of us, it is a place that we get to even be aware of those things, and able to reflect on some choices that we made, that we need to kind of like to see if we do better, and to have growth and elevation through those things. And then we have the mother's earth, and the third one is guardian, that is air, and that is in the midlife stages, and is empowerment, selfhood, authority, meaning, composure, gifts of renewal, and insight. And this is a part of midlife. This is a part that we could be through the midlife crisis, and sometimes we seem that goes forever, like it lingers. And that's the time when life just takes us in, chew us up, and then spit us back out. And when we go through that stage, we are able to learn, we're able to be transformed from these challenges, from these things that we went through. And when we go through that, we become also a light for others, a guiding, a lantern for others, because we went through this mountain, and we could kind of see where those potholes, those construction sites that sometime in our journey that we have to be aware of, and being that guidance light, that we are able to be a pillar of support, an insight for others as well. Because when we heal each other, we just heal so much. We don't just heal that woman, that sister. We heal the people around her, her family, her home, her community, her nation. It's just a cure for so much diseases, and so much things that eats away from our consciousness, our spirits, the energy around. And the fourth one is the crone, the elder, which is fire. And it is acceptance, integration, reconciliation, and wisdom. Um, because I have seen elders that they have this stillness about them. They have this gems about them. These after they just went through all these stages, and these stages, these phases that I just mentioned, they're always present with us. Because an elder could be a guidance, it could be a mother, and has that jewel within us. Everyone has the inner child. And they have times that we take that inner child, and press it down, just hold it, suppress it, and then we become very serious about life. We take it everything so seriously. We don't find that childlike joy in life. We suppress that wondrous, that thing of being no fear, and just ready for an adventure, right? And so those could be always present within us. And like it has the balance and the unbalance of an elder could be running with ego instead of awareness and acceptance. And I have come across with both energies. And even the guider, that is a pillar of guidance in the community, and they have a mirage about them, and they're not aware, they themselves has things to clear out. Even through life, even through the elder, we have things that we're still learning. We're always students of the universe. But when it have times when we stop thinking, or being aware that we are students and we just hold on to that teacher title, we stop learning, and humbleness just walks out the door. And and that could build and that could destroy a community. I have seen elders that um, they have the mirage of helping and building, but in the back of the scene, they're pulling the seams out and destroying sisterhood, even destroying families, couples, and and with gossiping and with all these things that tears down, that instead of rebuilding, instead of curing, instead of nurturing, it does the opposite. And so it's both ways, and either which way you find, if you find even in the sister, the younger age, whatever age that you find the unbalance or the balance, they both are lessons. They're both are there to help you grow, help you elevate, and to understand, to have boundaries, that you start to learn what boundaries are. You learn to use your voice. You learn to use, this is why you have phases that you learn authority. You learn how to do trials and error. All these things you learn through these phases to makes you grow stronger in your journey. We're all in a journey. Life is a journey. And but having in your journey a woman support, it makes it much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and read the what the card says in the book. Women supporting women. Together we can transcend our individual limitation. Women who share their weakness and struggles and shame, as well as their joy, victories, and opportunity, support each other's life journey. Together, women have the potential to strengthen each other in overcoming challenges and to rise much higher than the individually possible. By sharing one another's life, we could come to know ourselves. We experience what it is to see, to be seen, to speak and to be heard, to understand and to be understood. And this evolves us. When people connect to their divine inner feminine, bear witness, nurture, and support one another, mutual love and raised frequency occurs. The divine feminine consciousness connects and supports us in realizing our fullest potential, power, and wisdom. In each other, we see what is possible when we do not go on life alone, in silence, or against each other. When we realize that we're not alone, or judge in our greatest vulnerability, hurt, or confusion, we heal. Women who have walked parallel paths knows how to create this regenerative space. Life changes the second we are gifted with the experience of there being nothing to be ashamed of, but only pain to be released, witnessed, healed, and move on from. Women supporting women potentially offers this life changing moment when they hold a loving space and support in response to an individual unburdening herself of a shame filled secret. Therefore, the potential loving safety generated by women supporting women nurtures our spirit as well as enrich our lives. It may be a time to reach out to the safe women in your life. It also could be a time to explore your local community to discover where individual connects to their divine feminine, gather, or perhaps even organize your own circle at the park, cafe, or home through creating a meetup group or making a poster for your local community center or library notice board. The mother's message: in empowering one another, we empower ourselves. And I do agree with every word. I have experienced it. I experienced the power of sisterhood. Um, the beneficial about it is when you have a support system. These women right here, they have a thread of light coming around them, and they're in a circle. A circle can be a circle of healing, a circle of truth, a circle of rites of passage, um, just a circle of release. It just could be so many different things. And when you have this support system going through phases of your life, like motherhood, you might be having your first time, and you have these supportive group of women that are there to welcome, to be witness to, life coming into this world. And the younger ones learn when they're around, when you have them all around, when you have the young ones, each generation around, they learn what to expect. They learn not to be ashamed of their changes, of their coming changes. So much cultures around the world, women do things together, washing clothes together, taking a bath in the river. And that way the younger ones can see the elders and not feel ashamed or try to change their body through different surgery, different things that they could come up with of self body shames and things like that, because society tells us how we should look and takes away that natural, how naturally things are done and moved. But sister structure could help also when a woman, um, unfortunately, they're not able. She's not able to birth, physically birth life, but she could spiritually um, be connected and have that maternal instinct that she is an amazing pillar for the group, for the where they have the star seeds, the children around. um, Having different, having children, having different mamas with different personalities, it is a very healing thing. It's a to have different perspective in mamas and different energies. I'm that tough love mama. You might need the sensitive mama. Different, seeing different aspects of it, a natural mama, a creative, it's just different kinds that maybe the child needs at that time to kind of understand or go through some of the phases that they're going through in the life, that you have these different sisters to help support and raise the star seeds, and especially in this time when we having um, such an attack on children trafficking, and so much loss of our children are so confused and going through these challenges and these things. So having this support group of mamas, they're amazing. Mama means it's a mountain of potency, and to have many mountains there, you could expand your community, your village. And even like the lioness pride, like when another pride is invaded, they get injured and they walk away. Before they walk away and they have cubs, they bond with another sister, and then she takes the cub as her own. Even in the animal kingdom, they do certain structures to keep the foundation strong and continuing with growth. And um and it, it's it's amazing when a mama is down and she's having a renewal in her life. She's having the phoenix effect in her life, that now she needs her home to be completely renewal, like a makeover. Maybe she's going through a divorce, she's going through a separation, a loss of someone, a child or a relative, or whatever loss she's feeling, that a group of women could come and help and support. And yes, a lot of women have been hurt by certain women figures in their life, and it's sometimes hard to reflect with them, and even however you try hard to reflect your feelings or your emotion or your depth to a masculine energy. um it's not the same as reflecting with your own reflection. You're the reflection of the earth, you're a reflection of the galaxy, and you're a reflection of the universe. And to be able to support and to feel like you don't need to carry shame, you can release, you're in a safe environment. And that's what women do. They make a safe space for women to be women. And but when among those that safe place you have seeds of not genuinity and they're working against, that's not good. Even also to heal from betrayals, they have times that sister circle of truth or sister circle of healing, when a code has been in violation, to if that sister means a lot to you, you want to fix it. Sometimes the violation is too great and you have to take separate path, and sometimes you need that. Sometimes we need individual healing, so that one day you could come together. That could also be with your family members, and sometimes you need to kind of separate and go through some experience, some healing, so that when we are able, we can see eye to eye, we could really reflect, we really could leave that fog in front of our reflection and clear it. Because sometimes you try to, with illusions and those things, that times when you're smiling and praising at each other, but the truth and the genuine doesn't hit the eyes to the soul, something is wrong. You cannot build on top of that. You cannot build with weak bricks, or it will keep tumbling down. So sometimes we just have to separate, and we learn that. We learn that through sisterhood. We learn the healing. We learn how to forgive, and learn from one another, knowing that we're not alone through that experience. But like I said, in every stages, we do have, all of us are here to learn, and it's very hard not to take things personal, especially if that person, we see ourselves as loyal and open. But I always say, to the sister that is having trouble connecting with sister groups, or they have some pain, some unresolved trust issues, have the effect of looking in the door, looking through your peephole first. Then with the door latch on, with the latch, right, you open it, and hmm and then you unlock the latch, and then you open the door a little bit wider. And then when you're ready, you open it completely. I was one of those sisters that was so open at one time, 12 years ago, that I was going through a very deep, 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 dark time in my life. And when I saw this light of mirage, I started running towards it, and naked, spiritually naked, just naked, just ready to merge myself in this light. But not everything that shines and shed is gold. So you have to learn, and with, just with awareness, and also have times that the whispers could give you another perspective that is not true. They have times, they have sisters like, oh, I thought this and this and that, I felt this, but when I got to know, go to know you, you're a good person. That's how we feel sometimes when we hear things. And even myself, like, I have to really, is this somebody else speaking for me in my spirit, or this is me? Because you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge it, because you have to go into the book and see what it is. And you have to be clear on that. When you want to build with sisters, just know that it's not things that are holding you, and you're in that group trying to force things or anything like that. It comes naturally. And and know that why, the reason you're coming to a sisterhood. We don't need to make another sister smaller for us to feel bigger. The healing, it is amazing. When you heal a woman, you heal everybody around her. Women heals women. But we have to let go of these egos. We have to let go of our own pain, our own those inner voices that only wants to tear down. Um, when I've been inspired by sisters, my whole creativity has been by inspired by sisters, sisters that has been hard lessons, sisters that have been just light from the beginning to the end, and I have learned and been inspired by all of the aspects of it. And that's why I always call sisters my sisters, even though we have we're disconnected, or and know that sisters, okay, know that she's my sister from the earth, because we are in the same cosmic mother's wombs, and we are daughters under the earth, under the galaxy, and under the universe. So it always reminds me that we are sisters, we are a reflection of each other, and try to always hold respect, and if we even separated, we're but it had times, though, it had times that did challenge me, that it had I because I've always been trying to deal with my temper, and always dealing with, and then with trying to do that, I went too humble, too meek. I went too much, always bending down, and I was so accustomed to bending down that I couldn't see things that were coming towards me. And it has to have a balance. We're always a scale. Our spirit is always in a thing of scale, and it has this thing of the goddess Ma'at. She's you have to weigh your heart to a feather. When you think about a physical heart being weighed by a heart or a feather, of course the heart will be heavier, but it's talking about your spirit. Is your spirit light? Have you released things that you need to, that is heavy in you? And and sisterhood could do that. Sisterhood could give you a safe place to be able to be you, to able to release, to be able to reflect, on things, feeling that you're not alone, that everybody make mistakes, but that mistake shouldn't be a prison of you. It shouldn't be something that eats away from you, and whatever secret that you hold, or whatever thing that, if you feel that you're not worthy or enough, or these things that tortures you with these negative talk and self talks and self imaging and all these things, is not for you. It's not for you to hold on to it. It's not for you to carry it on to each of your phases. It is to deal with it. It's to face it and to deal with it. It's not for your growth. It's not for your elevation and for your light. You have to get these tools that you have within yourself. Use the power of the tools. Use your voice. Use your, not only your physical sight, but your third eye. Use your intuition. Make that balance between your lower and your higher self, and the median in between. It has to have some work done, and like how it said, doing it by yourself is harder, and not to feel that you have no space to be safe. That is horrible. That is horrible, to go through life and not know you don't have a place, a structure, that you are safe, that when you come into this circle, that you're not equal, that you're not enough for this building and this gathering, and we have to let go of those things. And I know it's so hard. It's so hard when you go through experience of trust, like, oh my God, do I have to open myself again, or I have to be vulnerable again? It's journey, my beautiful sister. It's a journey. It's a journey, and we have to not get stuck in one place, and to be able to move forward, to embrace the gifts and the lessons. It's not going to always be peaches and cream. Sometimes we're going to have to get ourselves hands and dirty, get into the root, and dig in and take out the weeds, and plant seeds of good intention, positivity, of healing, and hopefully this help you reflect. This help you see some spaces in you that you need healing, and see the benefit of learning how to trust step by step, and be able to grow and find your safe women, your safe sisters, your safe place. And if you don't have it, build it. Start your own. You have daughters, start your own. Start, and it will come to. Just make sure and be aware that it's genuine. Follow your intuition. Lead with love, and everything else will fall in place. Your circle will be complete. So till next time, I leave you with this, and I wish you much love, much healing, much blessing. Until next time, great journey.